Welcome to another episode of Sound Engineering for Audio Files, proudly brought to you by Showhouse Academy. Igama lami Sandile Ngubane, aka TKO, and I'm going to be your facilitator for today's lesson. Namhlanje sikhuluma ngama-properties of sound, which includes frequency, wavelength, amplitude, speed of sound. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of complete cycles per second. So remember, in our previous episode, sikhulume ngokuthi isound ikhanda by a vibrating object, and uma leo vibration yenzakala at least 20 times per second, kuphuma into ekuthiwa umsindo, sound. So frequency ke, those number of complete cycles per second, we call them frequency. Another term for frequency is pitch. In music, we say C or A or B, whatever. Those letters, they refer to a particular frequency. Okay? So pitch is a musical term for frequency. Frequency as a number of complete cycles per second is measured in hertz. All right? Hertz, or the acronym yakhona, capital letter H, small letter Z. So let's do a few examples. Uma ubona kubhaliwe ukuthi 1 hertz, it means it's one complete cycle per second or one complete vibration per second. Uma ubona 100 hertz, it means there are 100 complete cycles per second. Uma ubona 1000 hertz, it means it's 1000 complete cycles per second. Kanjalo, kanjalo, kanjalo. Sometimes uzobona kubhalwe mhlambe u10k. 10k, it means 10 kilohertz. So loya kilo umele 1000. Okay? So basically 1000 hertz is the same as 1 kilohertz. It's just a different way of representing it. Okay? 1000 hertz means 1000 complete cycles per second. 1 kilohertz now uqonda ukuthi 1000 complete cycles per second. Now, ama frequencies maningi, kukhona ama low frequencies ilawo esiwaperceiva as if bass, and then bese kuba khona ama high frequencies lawo siwaperceiva wona as treble. Next up sizokhuluma nge-wavelength. I-wavelength is the actual physical distance covered by one complete cycle. I-wavelength ihlobene ne-frequency. Kanjani na? Ama low frequencies will tend to have long wavelength, and then ama high frequencies wona anama short wavelength. All right. And long wavelength siwaperceiva as bass, short wavelength wona siwaperceiva as treble. Bese siyakwini kwi-amplitude. I-amplitude yona representa i-volume of sound. All right. As the object disturbs the air particles around it, the intensity of how that vibration happens, how much those air particles compress together, it'll give us the intensity of sound, which is translated to amplitude and then volume, right? So if you turn up if you increase amplitude, you are actually increasing volume as well, right? And the amplitude yona is measured in decibels. Small letter D, capital letter B. Then the speed of sound. The speed of sound, it relates to exactly what it says, how fast sound can travel through a particular medium. Sound will travel at 344 meters per second in air under normal atmospheric pressure. Sound will travel a bit faster in liquids such as water, and sound will also travel very fast kuma solid surfaces such as steel or wood. the audible frequency spectrum. The audible frequency spectrum, it is a range of frequencies that we can perceive as sound by humans, okay? Lawo-ke leyo range leyo iqala ku-20 cycles per second ize iyophela ku-20,000 cycles per second. That is a range of frequencies thina as ama-human beings esikwazi ukuyizwa as sound. Other animals ke ayakwazi ukuzwa ama-frequencies angaphezulu kuka-20,000 cycles per second. For example, izinja ziyakwazi ukuzwa ama-frequencies angaphezulu kuka-20,000 cycles, but thina as humans sizwa between 20 cycles no-20,000 cycles per second. Kubalekile ukushare nani futhi lokhu ukuthi akujwayelekile kodwa ukuthola abantu abaningi abakwazi ukuzwa ngempela u20 cycles per second. Now 20,000 cycles per second bambalwa abantu abakwazi ukuzwa. Kungenxa yani lokhu na? As you go to the extremes of the audio spectrum, like towards the low extreme or the high extreme of the audible frequency spectrum, indlebe iya ngokuncipha i-sensitivity yayo to those particular frequencies. We will demonstrate later uma sesenza ama-practicals.